Okay, you have probably bought into the truth that professional cyclists are so aloof. They don't talk to people like us. You know, we sit around bars hoping and dreaming that someone will say hello, and it turns out that they're a pro rider. But it's never, ever going to happen until yesterday. There were no PR people present. It seems to have been just the kind of thing that he might do. So we've actually accosted him to get some explanation for this strange behavior.
You rock my heart, that you know it. You rock my heart, so baby control me. You rock my heart, that you know it. You rock my heart, feels out of control, feels out of control.
Just found out that the gentleman in front of me here is from World Bicycle Relief.
That's right.
My understanding of World Bicycle Relief is how you feel when you get off the bike after 5 hours in winter training. Apparently I'm wrong. Would you like to give me some detail who you are and how you got involved?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Steve. I'm the Development Director at World Bicycle Relief UK. World Bicycle Relief is a non-profit organisation that aims to transform lives in the developing world through the power of bicycles. So we all know what the exhilaration and freedom that a bicycle can bring you, but to people in the developing world, a bicycle can mean a lot more. So it can mean getting your goods to market. It can mean, if you're an aid worker, getting to your patients more frequently and more efficiently. And it will also mean for a schoolgirl that she can get to school. So rather than being restricted to home life, she can cycle to school, she can get an education, and she can really have a future. So what World Bicycle Relief does is it ships specially built bicycles that are designed for the rugged terrain of Africa. Ships, and they're assembled by local people in the project areas, and then they're distributed through our own programs and through other non-profits to those who need it most.
Yeah, and do you work closely with the Quebec organisation?
Yeah, so Quebec have just joined World Bicycle Relief as our operation in South Africa. So they've got very similar goals to us, changing the world through the power of bicycles. So at the moment we've now joined forces with them, and so they're doing very similar work to what we do in South Africa.
Right. And how did the industry look upon World Bicycle Relief? Is there a lot of positives before?
Absolutely. So World Bicycle Relief was actually set up by FK Day, who's the Vice President of SRAM. Yep. So it's very much an industry-supported organisation, and we've had amazing support from all kinds of people in the industry, brands, riders, and supporters as well. So.
Okay, and watching the video, what can they do to help and support?
Yeah, so we're quite new to the UK. We've only been in the UK for a short while, but I'd love to get in contact with people who want to support us. If you head to worldbicycleleaf.org, then you can see all the amazing work that's being done in the developing world, or drop me a line. My details are scromwell@worldbicycleleaf.org.
You enjoy the weekend of cycling in London.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for your time.
It's good to talk to you.
Moi, ce que j'aime bien, c'est les glaces à la vanille, les glaces à la fraise et les glaces au chocolat. Mais celle que je préfère, c'est les glaces au citron. Une glace au citron. Ah, que c'est bon, que c'est bon. Une glace au citron. Ça vaut au moins 3 bonbons. Un bon sorbet. Ça nous rend gai. Vous ne connaissez sûrement pas la banane.
My name is Jacob Rathe, and you're watching Road Reel by Ciclismos. Don't waste your time watching this.
Professional sprint German Marcel Kittel from Argo Shimano has taken and passed a lie detector test related to doping. The admirable and brave move was initiated by the German media's assumption that all cyclists dope, therefore cycling is not worthy of media attention. The move is expected to be copied by all the clean teams who wish to be proven to be as clean as they claim, with the exception of every single one of them. Team Omega Pharma Quickstep long name have signed Rigoberto Urán for the 2014 season, indicating that the lead-out for Cav will start at the base of major Grand Tour climb. Cav will also be reunited with one team speedy chaperone, Mark Renshaw, who joins from Belkin to become a non-sprinter again. Team Garmin Sharp DS Andreas Clear has admitted to doping for several years during his professional career. According to a USADA announcement, Clear admitted using prohibited substances including EPO, human growth hormone, and cortisone, as well as the use of prohibited methods of blood transfusions. From 1999 to whenever the statute of limitations says I should have made damn sure I'm clean. Garmin Sharp have indicated that his position is secure within the team of the Blessed Redeemed. The doping was clearly ineffective as his palmares failed to decline noticeably after he saw the light. Our favorite carbon cobbler, or is it cobber, Lotto Bellasol's Adam Hansen is set to win the 2013 Grand Tour Omnium, with confirmation that he will be riding the Vuelta, his 7th Grand Tour in a row, by simply finishing the 3-week race, perhaps winning a stage or two on the way. Hansen will lift the title no one dares to name. Next up on the show, we have Free Speed with Dan Elmore.
This is something that I used to talk about with my cyclocross clinic guys. You're kind of riding around a field and you spend all your time trying to get the damn thing to go forwards, and the first time you see a corner, the first thing you do is you just slam your brakes on. You throw away all your speed. So if you want some free speed, learn how to go around a corner without stopping.
Jacob, do you normally talk to random cyclists?
Wow. I try not to. The English language is easy to pick out here in Girona.
So the fact that it was a Canadian and an Irishman, it was close enough to English for you to think these guys might understand me?
You're right.
What brought you to Girona?
Came here a year and a half ago to be a professional cyclist. It's a great place to live.
Yeah. And first of all, how's Girona working out? And secondly, how's being a professional cyclist working out?
You know, I have no complaints with Girona. It's a beautiful city. The weather is perfect. The training's incredible. There's a reason why everyone lives here.
Yeah.
Being a professional cyclist, most of the time it's a really nice life, but it's a hard life. It's a lot of time on the road. There's always great moments and there's bad moments. You crash and it rains and sometimes you win. So it's a fly.
I suppose it beats working in an office all day.
It beats working in an office.
unless the office happens to be Northern Europe this early season. That's gotta have been a pretty tough thing to race through.
It got old. I spent 3 weeks riding through Belgium, and the ditches on the side of the road were frozen the entire time. And the wind went straight through pretty much as many layers of clothes as you could put on.
So how grateful were you to have a GABA?
The GABA. Oh, the GABA, one of the most important things when you're in extreme conditions like that. So
I think there was a lot of GABA envy going on from other teams.
was there? Didn't hear any of it. No one asked me for mine.
Let me ask you about the Tour of Flanders. I believe it's a favourite of yours.
It is certainly a favorite.
How would you describe it in terms of coffee?
It would be a shot in the dark, French press with espresso. It's the most exciting race in the world, that I've ever done, and it has the best energy and the best fans and the most excitement just in the air when you're there. You're racing over these roads that have so much history.
From your experience of riding the race, and you're pretty early on in your career, without sounding a little bit presumptuous, is it something you ever think you could, get up there and...
Oh, certainly. As a rider, I think it caters to my strengths. I've always seen myself as a classics rider. Yeah. And, the Flanders, I think for many riders, Flanders is, a career maker race. It's always on the list. Yeah.
Do you think that part of potential success in that, are you going to need to find someone in a panda suit, similar to Dan Martin at Liège?
I don't know necessarily a panda, but some sort of exotic animal.
We might be able to get a giraffe suit. Is that? Are you willing to
run up a steep hill?
Okay.
The hills are steeper than Liège.
Because we know you've got a honey badger in the team. Would it help if there was maybe a huge inflatable honey badger somewhere?
Ask him. I don't know.
Have you sampled any of the mountain biking in the area?
Very little. Less than I would like, and it's I've heard it's great. One
of the downsides of being in Girona is you're never ever gonna find a bar up an alley over there that's got beer from Oregon in it.
That's not true. That's not true.
Really? Do you know of such a place?
I know of a place that has beer from Oregon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it have Irish beer too?
I think it does.
I think I need to know more about this place. And I know that there's quite a few guys from Garmin Sharp living in the area. In terms of training, do you guys tend to train with just team guys or just guys from loads of other teams? Is it all pretty much mixed up?
Yeah, there's a lot of Garmin riders here, but there's also many just professional cyclists in general. And, so many riders live here, but there's hardly ever anyone here at any one time. And so, training, it's very often I ride with one or two or three people. But in terms of big group rides with everyone, there's...
And who's the most unreliable? Who says they're going to turn up for a ride and they just don't do it?
He won't mind if I take the piss, I guess. I'd say probably Steele van Hoff. He's a really great guy, and he's one of my favorite people to train with, but he has a busy life.
Okay.
And he would agree with me when I say that.
So it's not just that he fears that you're just going to completely ride him off your wheel?
I'm not going to say he doesn't fear that, but I don't know.
Okay. And just one kind of final thing. A lot of people who watch the shows, they want to get some little bit of, I hate to call it advice, but words of wisdom. Is there anything that you think is beneficial to normal riders that you just see that they never do? Anything that they could do differently, or?
Normal riders.
Maybe elite, middle-aged, old guys like me.
Like you.
What might we not do that would make a difference to our riding?
Drink less beer and ride bike more.
So you think I should just avoid beer?
No.
Okay.
Actually, that was ill advice. You know, really, I think try to enjoy it more. Because some people, as they get more serious, they enjoy it less.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for your time, Jacob.
All right.
And good luck with the rest of the season.
Sure.